After bathing and powdering your silicone baby doll, you're going to want to style their hair. In a comment below, I'll pin the previous two videos because this is kind of like a little series. The first one, I bathed Nyla, and in the second one, I powdered her. And in this one, I'm going to show you how to style her hair after it's been dried. Of course, we just want her hair to air dry on its own because we don't want it to get heat damaged or melt depending on the materials from a hair dryer. So we would never use a real hair dryer. Besides, the hair dries super fast. So what you'll need is a toothbrush. She has a nice girly pink toothbrush. And you'll also want a little mister bottle that can mist her hair. And you can also add some baby powder to the list of things for hair styling. Her hair is a little bit dark for baby powder, but the reason I mention baby powder is because it can be utilized lightly on the hair and kind of like brushed out in order to get rid of shine, which someone mentioned on one of my Blythe doll videos, which is kind of a common sense thing that I just for some reason wasn't thinking about. But when I styled real human hair, when I did hair in real life, we sometimes put baby powder or dry shampoo on people's hair when it looks greasy or oily to make it look more matte or dry or clean. So, of course, it can be used in the doll world as well. So if you feel like your doll's hair is not good quality and it still looks shiny even after it's dried after a bathing, then you can just put a little bit of baby powder on there and then brush it out lightly. And then it will look more matte and it will look like a higher quality hair and it will look cleaner because for some reason shine just a lot of the time looks dirty. So her hair has dried nicely. It's just sticking up a bit, and I'm going to show you how I use this as her hairbrush. And her hair is mohair, which I believe comes from a goat, if I'm not mistaken. And I like to brush her hair to the side because the artist that I got this doll from, who put her hair in, they had her hair styled to the side. So I think it just kind of goes to the side really well and maybe looks the best like that. And the reason why we're using a toothbrush that has such tiny bristles and is super soft is because a real comb or hairbrush will pull out a whole lot more hair. And also, if you were to brush her hair, even with a toothbrush, while it's wet, it would damage the hair and pull out hair, just like with human hair. So the hair is very delicate, and you want to wait till it's dry. And you see, even in the toothbrush right now, there are hairs. So every time you do this, it's going to remove some hairs. But luckily, she has a lot of hair. Let me show you the back too. So she's not bald. It's just because she lays on her back when I put her in the closet, which is where I like to keep dolls. I either put them in their original boxes or like on a shelf or in a bag wrapped in blankets. So just kind of brush down this hair. And yeah, I know some spots might look bald, but real babies have spots like that in their hair. I like how you can see that there's some red tones and chocolatey and raven tones in her hair. So it has a lot of dimension in it. It's really pretty. And it's a little scraggly on some of the ends, but real babies oftentimes have finer or thinner hair, and it looks like that. And I just know that from cutting hair and doing hair. Not as much, I haven't been around as many real babies in real life because they're not my thing, but dolls are cute. So, okay, that's better. Unfortunately, her hair is just going to get matted again, though, since she lays on her back all the time. If she were an articulated silicone doll, she could sit on her own and be propped up in a way where she doesn't have to lay on the back of her head, you know. But anyway, that's what we're working with. So that looks really good like that. So if her hair gets messy after you're role playing with her or taking pictures with her, or you carry her to the grocery store and you get back and it's frizzy and messy, you can always use a little spray bottle like this that's filled with water. And the reason why I would just do water and spritz her hair a couple times, and then with your hand kind of put it where you want it to dry, and then once it's dry, you would brush it with the toothbrush. The reason why you would just do water and nothing else is because we know her hair can get wet and she's waterproof and it won't damage the mohair. And even if your doll doesn't have mohair, it's still a silicone doll that's nice. I'm assuming if you're watching this. And so you don't want to do fabric softener because over time fabric softener can build up on the hair and it ends up just being like really unmanageable and sometimes stiff and it's hard to get out. So just don't do the fabric softener. Also, you wouldn't want to do oils. This is just a Victoria's Secret body oil. You would never want to put something oily or greasy on the hair because you would have a really difficult time getting that out and she would probably lose a lot of hair. And also, I would never use like a real hairspray on her at all. Usually, one of the main ingredients in a hairspray is alcohol. Alcohol is super, super drying to your hair, like human hair and the hair on this doll. And once it dries out, it could become brittle. Then she's just going to lose more hair. And once again, there's a lot of chemicals in this, and she would also be more liable to catch on fire. So yeah, just not a good idea. And I also, of course, wouldn't utilize any hot tools like curling irons or wands or anything that has heat because you don't want to damage the silicone, of course. Like you don't want to melt it or cause dents or dimpling from heat damage. Yeah, so just stay away from that stuff. Like even if this hair could withstand heat or pressure from the pulling of a straightener or whatever, you wouldn't want to do it because you would probably melt her face on accident because look how the hair's not that long. So the heat, yeah, just that's a bad idea. So never use alcohol or fabric softener or essential oils or other greasy, oily products. Just use baby powder if you need to mattify the hair or a spray bottle of water to help lay the hair down and make it look better, and a toothbrush to tame it. Thanks for subscribing. Leave a comment below on what you put in your doll's hair.